Okay, here's something I want you to notice about yourself starting today, right now in this exact moment, before we even continue any further.
Uh-oh, that sounds like the beginning of a challenge, Sam, and I'm a little scared already, honestly.
It kind of is a challenge. So think about the last time you gave your opinion about something. Anything at all. A movie, a restaurant, a decision at work.
Okay, I'm thinking. Yeah, I actually just did this yesterday when my friend asked what I thought about a new coffee shop.
And how did you start that sentence? Be honest with me right now.
Oh no, I already know where this is going. I said, I think it's pretty good, didn't I?
You did, and that's completely fine because honestly, almost everyone does exactly the same thing, myself included, more times than I'd like to admit.
Welcome back to Mr. English Today, everyone. And today, Sam is apparently here to attack all of our favorite little phrases.
I'm not attacking anything, I'm upgrading it. Because I think isn't wrong, it's just really, really soft. And after a while, it starts making you sound a little unsure of yourself, even when you're actually completely confident.
That's such a good point, actually, because sometimes I really do know exactly what I believe, but I still say I think out of pure habit, almost automatically.
Exactly. So today we're giving you 8 much stronger, much more confident ways to share your opinion. Phrases that native speakers use constantly when they actually want to sound sure of themselves.
And here's a fun question for you listening right now. How many times do you think you say I think in one single day? 10 times? 20 times? Keep that number in your head because by the end of this episode, you're going to want to cut that number in half.
All right, let's jump into number 1, and this is probably the most natural first step. Instead of I think, try saying in my opinion.
This one feels like a small step up, but it already sounds more thoughtful and more prepared, doesn't it?
It really does. For example, in my opinion, that new restaurant downtown is honestly a little overpriced for what you actually get. See how that immediately sounds like you've already considered it carefully?
I like that it doesn't just sound stronger, it sounds like you've actually formed a real judgment, instead of just having a vague, half-formed idea.
Number 2, and I personally love this one because it sounds so natural in casual conversation. Instead of I think, you can say, honestly, I feel like.
Ooh, I use this constantly, especially when I'm talking with close friends.
For example, honestly, I feel like that movie was way too long. The ending could have happened at least 20 minutes earlier. It's confidence, but it's also warm and personal, which makes it perfect for everyday conversations.
And here's a question for you at home. Do you usually give your opinions to close friends the same way you give them to strangers, or do you soften your words more with people you don't know well?
That's actually such a good question because I definitely talk differently depending on who I'm with. And I think most people do exactly the same thing without even realizing it.
See, you just said I think again.
Oh my gosh, you're right. The irony is honestly incredible right now.
It just proves how deep this habit really goes, even when you're literally teaching an episode about it.
Fair point. Let's keep going before I embarrass myself further. Number 3, instead of I think, you can say from my perspective.
This one sounds a little more formal, almost professional, which makes it perfect for work meetings or serious discussions.
Exactly. For example, from my perspective, we should probably delay the launch by 1 more week just to make sure everything is properly tested. That sentence sounds like something a confident manager would actually say in a real meeting.
It really does, and I think using this phrase can genuinely help you come across as more credible, especially in professional environments where confidence matters a lot.
Number 4, and this one is a personal favorite of mine. Instead of I think, try I'm convinced that.
Ooh, that's a strong one. That phrase basically tells everyone you're not just guessing, you genuinely believe it.
For example, I'm convinced that learning a language gets so much easier once you stop being afraid of making mistakes in front of other people. Doesn't that just sound so much more powerful and certain?
It really does. And here's a question for everyone listening. What's something you're personally convinced is true, even if other people around you might disagree with you?
I love that question, honestly. For me, I'm convinced that watching movies with subtitles genuinely speeds up language learning, and I will defend that opinion forever.
Noted. We'll circle back to that debate another day. Let's take a quick pause here, though.
Yes, before number 5, if you're enjoying these episodes with us here on Mr. English Today, please take a quick second and hit that subscribe button. It really does make a huge difference for a growing channel like ours.
Thank you so much if you already have. And if this is your very first episode with us, welcome. We're really glad you found us. Okay, back to confident opinions.
Number 5, and this one works beautifully in debates or disagreements. Instead of I think, try as far as I'm concerned.
This phrase has such a strong, grounded feeling to it, like you've already fully thought this through before saying it out loud.
Exactly. For example, as far as I'm concerned, working from home 3 days a week is honestly the perfect balance for most people. It sounds like a settled decision, not just a random passing thought.
I really like using this one when I'm talking to family members, especially during those classic dinner table debates that seem to happen in every single household.
Oh, every family has those, don't they? All right, number 6, and this one is short but incredibly powerful. Instead of I think, you can simply say I firmly believe.
I love how the word firmly completely changes the entire feeling of the sentence. It adds so much weight and conviction.
For example, I firmly believe that reading even 10 minutes a day can genuinely change how someone thinks over time. That sentence sounds like something you'd hear from a confident public speaker.
It really does. And here's another question for you at home. Is there something you firmly believe about learning English specifically? Something you'd confidently tell every single beginner?
For me personally, I firmly believe that speaking badly with lots of mistakes is honestly more valuable than staying silent out of fear.
That's such a good one, and I completely agree with that actually, without a single doubt in my mind.
Number 7, and this phrase is perfect for when you're genuinely certain about something. Instead of I think, try there's no doubt in my mind that.
Oh, I love the drama of this phrase. It sounds like something out of a movie speech.
It kind of does, doesn't it? For example, there's no doubt in my mind that this has been one of the best years for this channel so far.
It's such a strong way to end an argument, too, because it doesn't leave much room for hesitation or uncertainty in your voice.
And finally, number 8, one of my personal favorites for casual, everyday conversations. Instead of I think, you can say, if you ask me.
This one feels really relaxed and natural, almost like you're leaning in to share a genuine secret with a close friend.
For example, if you ask me, the second season of that show was honestly so much better written than the first one. It's confident, but it still feels casual and completely approachable.
I really love that phrase because it invites a real conversation. It kind of naturally makes the other person want to respond and share their own opinion, too.
All right, let's quickly review all 8 phrases together before we jump into today's quiz.
Number 1, in my opinion. Number 2, honestly, I feel like. Number 3, from my perspective.
Number 4, I'm convinced that. Number 5, as far as I'm concerned. Number 6, I firmly believe.
Number 7, there's no doubt in my mind that. And number 8, if you ask me.
All right, quiz time. Real situations, real conversations. Let's see which phrase actually fits best.
Question 1, you're in a work meeting and you want to sound professional while suggesting a serious change to the project.
Take a moment to think. That's a great spot for from my perspective.
Question 2, you're chatting casually with a close friend about which restaurant to choose for dinner tonight.
That's the perfect moment for if you ask me.
Question 3, you're absolutely certain about something with zero hesitation at all in your voice.
That has to be there's no doubt in my mind that.
And question 4, you're in a family debate and you want to sound settled and confident in your final position.
That's exactly when you'd say, as far as I'm concerned.
If you got most of those right, that's genuinely wonderful because it means you're already starting to feel the emotional weight behind each individual phrase.
And honestly, that's the real goal behind every single episode here on Mr. English Today. We're not just teaching words, we're teaching you how to sound like yourself, but in English.
So here's a little homework for you. Today, try replacing I think with just one of these phrases, even once, in a real conversation with someone.
And notice how it makes you feel while you're saying it, because confidence in language often starts with confidence in the words you choose.
If this episode helped you even a little bit today, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button. It genuinely helps this small channel grow every single week.
And if there's a topic you'd love for us to cover next, drop it in the comments below. We read every single one, and honestly, some of our best ideas come directly from all of you.
All right, that brings us to the end of today's episode.
So the next time you're about to say, I think,
Pause for just 1 second and choose one of these 8 much more confident phrases instead.
thank you so much for spending this time with us today. It really does mean a lot.
We'll see you in the next episode. Take care, and bye for now.